Good morning, children. Sairam. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and safe at home. Isn't it? In the last class, we have revised chapter number 3. Some portions we have revised. Isn't it? So, today we are going to complete the chapter number 3 and let's start revising chapter number 2. Okay? So, in chapter number 3, we are going to revise word problems. Okay, children? See the first problem. In a factory, the workers packed 3,725 packets of chocolates in the morning, 1,968 packets in the afternoon, and 2,560 packets in the evening. How many packets of chocolates did the workers pack in a day? So, they have packed in 3 sessions, isn't it? So we have to find out the total number of packets packed in a whole day. So what we have to do? We have to add the number of packets packed in the 3 sessions. Okay, that is the morning, the afternoon and in the evening. So we are going to add the number of packets packed in the 3 sessions. Okay, children? So see the solution. Number of packets packed in the morning is equal to 3,725. And number of packets packed in the afternoon is equal to 1,968. And number of packets packed in the evening which is equal to 2,560. So what we have to do? We are going to add these 3 numbers. Number of packets packed in the 3 sessions to get the total number of packets packed in a whole day. Okay. So start from the ones place. 5, 8, 0. So 5 plus 8. So 5 in the mind, 8 in the finger. After 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13. So we have to put this ones digit in the answer place. We have to carry over this 1 to the next place. So we are going to add 1 plus 2 plus 6 plus 6. Isn't it? So first let's add 1 and 2. So 2 in the mind, 1 in the finger. After 2, 3. So next we shall add 3 and 6. So 3 in the mind, 6 in the finger. After 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, next 9 plus 6. So 9 in the mind, 6 in the finger. After 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we are getting 15. So we have to put this ones digit in the answer and we have to carry over this one to the next place. So here also we are having 4 numbers to add. So what are the numbers? 1 plus 7 plus 9 plus 5. So first let's add 1 and 7. So 7 in the mind, 1 in the finger. After 7, 8. So next we are going to add 8 and 9. So 8 in the mind, 9 in the finger. After 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. The next we are going to add 17 and 5. So 17 in the mind, 5 in the finger. After 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22. So we have to put this 2 here and we have to carry over this 2 to the next place. So we are going to add these 4 numbers. Okay, 2 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2. So first let's add 2 and 3. 2 in the mind, 3 in the finger. After 2, 3, 4, 5. So next 5 plus 1. So 5 in the mind, 1 in the finger. After 5, 6. Isn't it? Next 6 plus 2. So 6 in the mind, 2 in the finger. After 6, 7, 8. So how many packets of chocolates they have packed in a day? They have packed 8,253 packets in a day. Is it clear, children? Shall we move on to the next one? Yes. See the next problem. John gave 6,036 coins to Annie and 8,712 coins to Jack. If John had 3,514 coins left, how many coins did he have in the beginning? So, some coins he has in the beginning. From that, he has given to Annie. Some of the coins he has given to Annie, and some coins he has given to Jack. Isn't it? And some coins he had left with. So, we have to find out the total number of coins, isn't it? So we have to find out the total number of coins. So for this, what we have to do? We have to add these three number of coins. Okay children, the number of coins Annie is having and the number of coins Jack is having and the number of coins John left with. So we have to add these three number of coins to get the total number of coins. Okay children. So we have to start from the ones place. In ones place we are having 6, 2 and 4. So 6 plus 2. First we shall add 6 and 2. So 6 in the mind, 2 in the finger. After 6, 7, 8. And next 8 plus 4. So 8 in the mind, 4 in the finger. After 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we are getting 12. So we have to put this 2 in the answer place and we have to carry over this 1 to the next place. So first let's add 1 and 3. So 3 in the mind, 1 in the finger. After 3, 4. The next we are going to add 4 and 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. The next 5 plus 1. 5 plus 1 is 6. Isn't it? And then in hundreds place we are having 0, 7, 5. So we are going to add 7 and 5. 7 plus 5. So 7 in the mind, 5 in the finger. After 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Again we are getting 12. So we have to put this 2 in the answer place and carry over this 1 to the next place. So first let's add 1 and 6. 6 in the mind, 1 in the finger. After 6, 7. And next 7 plus 8. 7 in the mind, 8 in the finger. After 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The next one is 15 plus 3. So 15 in the mind, 3 in the finger. After 15, 16, 17, 18. So 18. So, how many coins he is having in the beginning? He had 18,262 coins. Is it clear children? So, he had 18,262 coins in the beginning. The next one is framing word problem. We are going to frame word problem. Okay children? See the first one. 45 plus 22. 45 plus 22. So, see the solution. In a class, 45 boys and 22 girls are there. Totally, how many students are there in the class? So, in a class, 45 boys and 22 girls are there. So, totally, how many students are there in the class? So, we are going to find out the sum of these two numbers. Is it clear children how to frame a word problem? Yes. Shall we see one more example? See the next problem. 486 plus 312. 486 plus 312. So how to frame a word problem? See the solution. Raja has 486 coins and Ram has 312 coins. How many coins they have together? So Raja has 486 coins and Ram has 312 coins. So how many coins they have together, which means we are going to add these two numbers. Is it clear, children? So with that we are completing chapter number 3. Let's see chapter number 2. Okay, children. Roman numerals. Roman numerals. So in earlier times there were several numeral systems like Indian, Arabic, Chinese, etc. But some of the numeral systems are still in use, like Indo-Arabic numeral system and Roman numeral system. So we are following this Indo-Arabic numeral system. So it uses the numerals from 0 to 9. It uses the numerals from 0 to 9. Okay, children? And the next one is Roman numeral system. It was developed by Romans thousands of years ago. Okay, children? It was developed by Romans thousands of years ago. And it is based on 7 letters of the alphabet. It is based on 7 letters of the alphabet. All the numbers are written using either one of the letters or combinations of letters. Okay, all the numbers are written using either one of the letters or combinations of letters. Okay, so we are having the table of Roman numeral symbols corresponding their values. Okay, children, this is the Roman letter 1. So they are using the letters from the alphabets, isn't it? So this is the value for 1 and this is the value, corresponding value for 5, and this is for 10, this is for 50, 100, then this is for 500 and this is for 1000. So in this class we will learn about first 3 symbols. Okay, children, in this class we will learn about first 3 symbols. Is it clear? Yes. So here they have given the symbols for the values 1, 5, 10, 50, 100, 500, 1000, isn't it? So for the remaining values we have to find out, isn't it? So to find out the remaining symbols we have to either add the numbers or subtract them by following the rules. So they have given some rules to follow. They have given 4 rules. Okay, so based on this 4 rules we are going to find out the values, corresponding values, symbols for corresponding values. Okay, children, see the first rule. Rule number 1. When a symbol is repeated, it means the value of each symbol is added. When a symbol is repeated, it means the value of each symbol is added. The sum is equal to the number formed. But any symbol cannot be repeated more than 3 times. So we should not repeat the symbol not more than 3 times. Okay, children, the symbol should not be repeated more than 3 times. Okay, see, for example, here this Roman letter 1 is repeated twice, isn't it? So we have to add the value, corresponding value 2 times, isn't it? So we have to add this 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2. So the Roman letter 2, the corresponding value for Roman letter 2 is this. Okay, see the next one. This Roman letter 10 and Roman letter 10. So it is repeated twice, isn't it? So we have to add 10 2 times. That is 10 plus 10. 10 plus 10 is 20. So this is the corresponding value. Okay, see the next one. It is repeated 3 times, isn't it? So we have to add 10 3 times. That is 10 plus 10 plus 10. This is equal to 30. Okay, see the second rule. When a smaller symbol or symbols are written after a larger one, then their values are added to get the number. When a smaller symbol or symbols are written after a larger one, then their values are added to get the number. See, for example, here Roman letter 1 is written after Roman letter 5, which is larger one, isn't it? So what we have to do? We have to add their values. Okay, we have to add their values. So Roman letter 5 is 5 and Roman letter 1 is 1. So 5 plus 1 is 6. See the next one. Roman letter 5 is written after Roman letter 10, which is larger one, isn't it? So what we have to do? We have to add the values. Add their values. So 10 plus 5, which is equal to 15. So for 15, the Roman letter is XV. This is the Roman letter symbol for the value 15. Is it clear, children? Yes. See the next one. So the Roman letter 1 repeated 3 times and it's written after the Roman letter 10, which is larger one, isn't it? So what we have to do? We have to add their values, isn't it? So 10 plus the Roman letter 1 is repeated 3 times. So we have to add 1 3 times, isn't it? So the answer is 13. Is it clear, children? Yes. Shall we move on to the next one? Rule number 3. Yes. See, when a smaller symbol is written before a larger one, then the value of the smaller symbol is subtracted from the value of the larger symbol. What is rule number 2? Rule number 2. If the symbol written after the larger symbol, then we have added their values, isn't it? What is rule number 3? The smaller symbol is written before the larger one, then we have to subtract their values. Okay, we have to subtract the value of smaller symbol from the value of the larger symbol. Okay, if the symbol smaller symbol is written after the larger symbol, then we have to add their values. If the smaller symbol is written before the larger one, then we have to subtract the value of smaller symbol from the value of the larger symbol. Is it clear? Is it clear, children? Yes. That is the difference between rule number 2 and rule number 3. See, for example, Roman letter 5 is written, that is Roman number 1 is written before the Roman letter 1 is written before the Roman letter 5, which is the larger one, isn't it? So what we have to do? We have to subtract this 1 from 5. That is 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1 is 4. 5 minus 1 is 4. Again, see the next example. Roman letter 1 is written before Roman letter 5, isn't it? Which is larger one. So what we have to do? We have to subtract the value of Roman letter 1 from the value of Roman letter 10, isn't it? So 10 minus 1, which is equal to 9. Is it clear, children? Yes. The next one is rule number 4, the final rule. See, when 3 or more symbols are written together in such a way that a smaller symbol lies between two greater symbols, then we subtract the smaller symbol from the greater symbol placed after it. So, see rule number 4. When 3 or more symbols are written together in such a way that a smaller symbol lies between two greater symbols, then we subtract the smaller symbol from the greater symbol placed after it, isn't it? So far what we have seen, smaller symbol is written before the larger one or written after the larger one, isn't it? That is the rule number 2 and 3. In rule number 4, what they have given, if the smaller Roman letter lies between two larger Roman letters, then we have to subtract the value of smaller Roman letter from the value of the Roman letter placed after it. Okay, placed after it. See, for example, first example, Roman letter 10, Roman letter 1 and Roman letter 5. So what we have to do for this to follow the second rule, that is any symbol written after the larger symbol. So what we have to do, we have to add, isn't it? So we have to add this 10 plus and this one. See the small Roman letter 1 and 5. So smaller symbol is written before the larger one. So follow the rule number 3. What we have to do, we have to subtract the value of Roman letter 1 from the value of Roman letter 5, isn't it? So first finish the subtraction. So 5 minus 1 is 4. Then add to 10. So 10 plus 4. 10 plus 4 is 14. Okay, 10 plus 4 is 14. See the next one. Roman letter 10, Roman letter 10, Roman letter 1 and Roman letter 5. See first two. So the Roman letters are repeated. Same symbol is repeated, isn't it? So follow the first rule. What we have to do, if Roman letters are repeated, we have to add their values, isn't it? So Roman letter 10 plus Roman letter 10, isn't it? So next, see the Roman letter 1 and Roman letter 5. So smaller symbol is written before the larger one. So which rule we have to follow? We have to follow the rule number 3, isn't it? So what we have to do, if the smaller symbol is written before the larger one, we have to subtract, isn't it? Subtract. So subtract the value of the smaller symbol from the value of the larger symbol. So which is larger symbol is 5. So 5 minus 1. So finish. 10 plus 10 is 20 and 5 minus 1 is 4. And 20 plus 4 is 24. Is it clear, children? So follow the rules. Rule number 1 and rule number 2, rule number 3 are very important. So in rule number 1, what they have given, if the symbols are repeated, then we have to add their values, isn't it? In rule number 2, what they have given, if the smaller symbol is written after the larger one, then also we have to add their values, isn't it? What is rule number 3? If the smaller symbol is written before the larger one, then we have to subtract the value of the smaller one from the value of the larger one, isn't it? So what is the rule number 4? If the smaller symbol lies between two larger symbols, then we have to subtract the value of the smaller symbol from the value of the larger one placed after it, not before it. Okay, placed after it. Okay, children. So follow the rules to find out the values of the Roman symbols. Okay, children, Roman numeral symbols. Okay, children. Here some of the symbols are given and corresponding values are also given. This is in your book itself. So go through that and practice all the problems in chapter 3. Okay, children. And in chapter 2 also try to find out the corresponding value for the different types of Roman symbols. Okay, children, given in your book. So practice all the problems. Stay home, stay safe. Okay, children. Thank you.